Good afternoon, and welcome to the City Hub News. I'm Rob Zombie.
And I'm Carrie White. On tonight's show,
It's a nightmare before Christmas. John Kramer investigates a shocking rise in the kidnapping and torture of social influencers.
Harleen Quinzel reports on the graveyard hauntings striking the city centre, causing traffic chaos and a rise in heart failure.
Ghostface has the latest on the rise in popularity in pet werewolves.
And Jane Hudson talks about the new zombie football league.
First tonight, the government has proposed a new change in policy, allowing the undead to claim a disability allowance to go back to work.
That's right. Since the undead started walking the streets 5 years ago, the initial bill passed in 2025 was to decapitate or render the undead proper dead, or incapacitated with a severe shock to the head.
But since the Cabinet Minister for Agriculture, Norman Bates MP, himself came out as undead, there's been a radical new concept to use the Walking Dead to replace civil servants in the public sector. Hannibal Lecter has this.
Thanks, Rob. I'm here at Nottingham College, where the undead, in some words, have taken over the school. Some work as cleaners, work in catering departments, and even the very front of the school, the reception. We hear that working with humans since you've come back from the dead has been difficult. Tell us about that. What hardships have you had to face? And how do you think the other undead feel about the situation? That's certainly something many of us living do tend to forget. That the undead may be dead now, but they were once just as lively, animated, and, well, alive as us. Now, 5 years from the rising of the dead, zombies, ghosts, ghouls, and the likes are no longer terrorizing the streets. Norman Bates' news concept of the welfare for the walking dead encourages the undead to step away from their previous destructive tendencies and take part in society once again. So what kind of skills do you teach the zombies here?
So here we teach the undead all of the basic skills. We have Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, and all the other basic programs.
Hi, so I was thinking, when you're looking at this, if you use this, it'll make it so much easier for you.
She's done it again. Room 2013. Can someone come up and bring this zombie back to her grave, please?
It's really important to be patient with the undead. They're a dedicated and a really hard-working lot. So with the correct training, they can do proper jobs. You know, sometimes, yeah, of course it happens, you know, the odd eye falls out or leg drops off, but don't worry, we've got zombies that are even trained in first aid.
I don't like them. They take our money, they take our jobs. They don't need money, for f***'s sake. They're dead. This is ridiculous. All of this is ridiculous.
As you can see, there are many mixed feelings about the new scheme. Some will argue that the undead simply don't need to work jobs that could be given to the living. Others will argue that the undead provide a reliable workforce, one that importantly keeps them out of harm's way. Only time will tell just as well we will be able to coexist with the zombies. Rob, back to you.
Now, there's been a worrying new trend spreading across the UK that has had police baffled.
That's right, detectives are hunting what seems to be a serial killer on the loose who has a particular taste for social influencers.
Johnny 15, Where You At Deb 125 and Short Circuit Dave all went missing in late spring after posting some unkind messages about TV celebrity Joey Essex, only to turn up in part at a disused warehouse in Lenton.
John Kramer has been following the story.
What's going on, guys? It's me, Short Circuit Dave, and today we are at an abandoned secondary school. Now, this is really cool, but this is the only room with any light, so this is the only bit I can record the intro in. But as you can see here, all the graffiti, all the broken windows. There is an upstairs as well, which we'll go into later on, because there's loads of stuff upstairs, there's loads of old tables and stuff. So before we do that, before we go upstairs and before we explore the rest of the building, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Alright, so now we're actually upstairs, and it looks a hell of a lot better, because there's more graffiti on the walls. And look at this as well, this is really cool. Bear in mind, this is an old secondary school, people who used to come. This is an old whiteboard. Look at the whiteboard in the background, it looks really cool. You can see the whiteboard there, and things like that. It looks so cool, like you can just see it in the corner. So we're gonna go in this classroom here, because this classroom looks like there's an old whiteboard in here. And it's weird to think that like school kids come here, and there was used to be like,
Thanks, Jason. Yes, we're here at the warehouse down in Lenton. From what we've been told by police, they've just vacated the scene and they've released their scene to us so we can actually come here. There's not many people around today. We have seen a couple of influencers around. Police are stating, please do not come here. Stay away, be vigilant when you're out and you're filming. Do not put your social media location up until after you have vacated. This is to lessen the impact of the serial killer knowing where you are and finding you. We have heard a couple of people that have come round, so if you are coming around to the area, please do stay away. As far as I know, the rumour has it that there is something on the inside where someone has found a jigsaw mask with the phrase, "Do not pick on Joey Essex," something to that effect. Now, the serial killer, as we know, is around and out and about still. They're still at large, but please do be vigilant, and our condolences are with the family and the friends. And as far as we know, we're still waiting on an update. Back to you at the studio.
Thanks, John. We'll keep you updated with the latest on the story.
Now, there's been some chaos on the roads this winter with unusual sightings causing local commuters in Sherwood District to drop dead at the wheel.
The supernatural activity started after the council gave the go-ahead for a new cycle lane running through what was a historical Nottingham cemetery.
Ghosts are popping up everywhere around Mansfield Road and the Goose Fair roundabout, Harleen Quinzel reports.
Hello, I'm Harley Quinn and I'm here at St Mary's Church in Nottingham today. I'm investigating a string of ghost appearances. It has been reported that in 43% of all ghost sightings, consequences have proved fatal. Hello, what is your name?
Daisy Jones.
Daisy Jones. Sounds like a lovely name. What did you do in life?
I just walked around graveyards.
Why are you looking... Oh my...
I got a stalker.
Okay, do you know your stalker?
Yes.
From life?
I know his name.
You know his name. What's his name?
Charlie.
Charlie? Like, what do you do apart from haunting?
Kill.
Kill... Who?
I'm gonna kill you.
Rude. So, did you have a career?
Killing people. This is my career.
Killing people?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds a tad bit like mine. But who did you kill?
Charlie.
Well, that has been my report on ghost appearances, and as you see, I had a ghost appear. No, 2 ghosts appear in front of me. What an exclusive.
Pitbull Terriers, XL Bullies and Japanese Toasters, and now werewolves seems to be in the sight of local MPs, after a number of maulings have been reported in the press.
Ghostface visited some werewolf enthusiasts to get a better picture of what life is like with a now deemed dangerous breed.
Yeah, so her name's Stella. I picked her up at the pound about 2 months ago, and since then she's grown to be twice her size. No, they're not really dangerous as long as they come from a loving home and are cared for properly. Well, Stella has reached sexual maturity and it can be quite dangerous, but we're looking at getting the procedure done. But it can be quite cruel, and I think that it's important for all animals to explore that side of themselves. Well, I actually think that werewolves are very good pets, and I think that in a few years they'll be the staple of every home. Stella!
In the studio with us tonight, we have Kenny Dreadful from the RSPCA and werewolf activist Scott Howard.
So, Scott, tell us why you think that werewolves should have human rights.
Well, first I'd like to say thank you for letting me be here. I understand that werewolves may seem terrifying on paper, which is very much true, but they are not just your typical animals. They have developed human-like intelligence and consciousness, and if we don't play this right, I mean, it could go wrong for everybody. And I will say this, is that they haven't exactly done too bad a job. I mean, their work in jobs has definitely helped us quite a bit. Their expert hunting skills have helped the police quite a lot. Their extra strength has helped with a ton of construction work. And their noses have helped the sewer system quite a bit, despite the personal cost. The very, very, very personal cost.
Okay, can I ask, Scott, what's on your face?
Oh, it's sort of recovering scar tissue. I have a very dangerous job in recording werewolves. But you know, accidents happen. I did have raw meat on me at the time, so...
Definitely not suspicious.
So, Kenny Dreadful, if that is your real name, what's your opinion on werewolves?
Bloody hate them. Let me tell you why. Starters, you know, I have to see them on their 4 legs like little furries walking around. you know, mating in public, which is not a great view out my beautiful penthouse apartment. And second of all, I have to, you know, deal with the fact my good friends have been mutilated by these animals because of full moons. And we're supposed to, you know, deal with them and work with them, all because what? They're under a brain chip. Animal cruelty. I work for the RSPCA, okay? Let me tell you about this. We created a charity to stop animal cruelty in every single type of animal. And all we've done so far is just made the cruelty worse and basically legal because of these werewolves.
You don't look like an RSPCA worker, I'll just say that now.
I work in the PR team, okay? They only just sent me here because they didn't want to do it themselves. I don't know. Okay?
Okay. If it was up to you, Kenny, how would you deal with this situation?
I would just kill them all or send them to Alaska where they can live their lives.
Why Alaska specifically?
Because it's got all the climate they need. It's got mountains. You know, they won't overheat and heat waves. They can have a great time in Alaska. Where they're born, where they're raised.
Great.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, whatever. Thanks for coming in, Scott and Kenny. Finally, tonight, Pele, Maradona, George Best, Bobby Moore. All great names in the football world with one thing in common. They're all dead.
But after the pandemic, that doesn't seem to be a problem any longer. But is it morally right? Some critics have called for new rules to prevent corpses in their more advanced stages of decay to be benched. Jane Hudson has been to find out more for us.
Hello, I am... Can you guess? No? I'm Baby Jane. We're coming here at Ilkeston Park and we're going to be interviewing a few people about the Blackburn and Rotten Rebels League. Hello, good afternoon, and we are here with...
Steve.
Steve. So Steve, how are you feeling about today's game?
Well, I think it's going to be quite interesting. Something new and interesting for the fans to dig their teeth into.
Yes. How are you feeling about your performance?
Well, we've been training. They've been putting a lot of effort into it. They've got this covered.
Are you not seeing He's dead! He's not alive! So we're gonna pretend that's not happening. That's not how we play the game.
All lives matter.
Hello, we're here once more with Steve after the game. 46-0. That is amazing. Let's hear his thoughts. Hi, Steve.
Hey, Jane.
How are you feeling about this?
Well, it was quite an experience. It was a tough competition. They had us at the brink and we were just pushed back entirely.
Tough game?
It is a tough game.
But they got there in the end.
Yeah, we did. They really pushed through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm very proud. And I'm proud of the zombies too. They deserve credit. Well, we've had you here. Very lovely time. You should get back to your team now.
I indeed should. We're going to have such a celebration.
I bet.
Ribs for dinner.
All right. Thank you. Signing off from Jane. Back to the studio.
There appears to be some breaking news on the social influencer serial killer. It would appear that our John Kramer has been arrested in an interesting turn of events. God damn it, John.
Oh, John, what a character. That's all from us in the studio here tonight. We hope you have a great evening and join Patrick Bateman for the evening bulletin after the national and international news. I've been Carrie White.
And I've been Rob Zombie.
Thank you for joining us.
Shocktober nights I wander through. Many a jam of thoughts begin to brew. Silhouettes of whispers by the moon's hue, searching for a dream that once was true. Leaves rustle secrets in the breeze's hand. Autumn whispers things we misunderstand. Lost in media jam, can't find where I stand. Feeling like a ghost in a timeless land. Shocktober dreams haunt the silent air. Media's tangled what catches my stare. In a world of noise, do I even care? Or are all these echoes just empty flares? In Japanese woodwinds soft and low, melancholy tunes in the wind's quiet flow, guiding me to places where shadows grow. In Shocktober nights under stars' gentle glow, wading through the media jam once more. Fragments of memories washed ashore, living in a world that's hard to ignore. But in Shocktober nights I'll explore. Haunt the silent air. Media's tangled what catches my stare. In a world of noise, do I even care? Or are all these echoes just empty flares? Wading through the media jam once more. Fragments of memories washed ashore. Living in a world that's hard to ignore. But in Shocktober nights I'll explore.
Shocktober is over now, streets calm but wild. Ghosts fade away, leaving shadows beguiled. Rain drips lightly on cobblestone stairs. Night carries whispers, secrets no one dares. Candles burn low, flickering in the haze. Eyes meet eyes, whole world in a daze. Nottingham College, media jam is sick. Dreams painted on walls, stories written quick. Shocktober is over now, shadows recede. In the night we find the quiet we need. Nottingham College, media jam's got the kick. Capturing life with a pulse that flicks. Cities asleep in a velvet embrace. Hearts beat slow and soft, there's no race. Thoughts drift like smoke spiraling high. Underneath the jazz moon's watchful eye. it loud, a surge hits our veins. Rock pours heavy, breaking our chains. Electric fire burns neon lights alive. In this key change middle age we thrive. Shocktober is over now, breathe in the night. Fade into dreams where everything's right. Nottingham College, media jam is sick. Dreams painted on walls, stories writ quick. Shocktober is over now, breathe in the night. Fade into dreams where everything's right. Nottingham College, media jam's got the kick, capturing life with a pulse that flicks. Cities asleep in a velvet embrace. Hearts beat slow and soft, there's no race. Thoughts drift like smoke, spiraling high. Underneath the jazz moon's watchful eye. Cities asleep in a velvet embrace. Hearts beat slow and soft, there's no race. Thoughts drift like smoke, spiraling high. Underneath the jazz moon's watchful eye.